This is my BFA show, so it's sort of like the culmination of my whole college career, and it's meant to help give me the experience of putting a show together and to put my artwork in front of as many people as possible. And typically, this is done through a class called a BFA seminar, which is a required course for my degree. But since I'm the only BFA graduating this semester, they didn't do that. They just let me do an independent study with one professor. And they basically just didn't provide the support that they normally would to students. And so I just did everything by myself. And you have to reserve spaces to display artwork for. So I had reserved the first floor lobby, which is the most prominent space in the building, for 2 weeks, and had permission to use the space, installed my work last Thursday, and then Friday morning, the night of the opening of the show, I get informed that the entire show needs to be moved down here in the basement by 8 a.m. this morning on Monday. And they gave me, the only explanation they gave me that was that my work was inappropriate for the space. And what I sort of heard through the grapevine was that a couple students complained about this painting specifically, but the department refused to compromise at all and insisted that this entire show, which is mostly still lifes of like cigarette butts and stuff, had to come down. And all they said was that it was inappropriate. I feel like this is an effective act of censorship. They're trying to kind of cover their bases by not saying I can't display the work entirely, but I mean, why would they move it to the basement if not to make it less visible, right? And this kind of thing has come up in schools before, and the sort of conclusion that people tend to draw is that once something is on the wall, it should not be taken down. Like, the vetting should take place before work gets hung, and that was the university's responsibility to make sure that happened. I was not told I could not display this painting in the lobby, and I got really kind of blindsided by the whole thing. You know, this is an art school. Like, art is supposed to be challenging, and we're supposed to be able to, you know, freely express ourselves. And if they want to, you know, one of the things they did was put up a curtain in front of part of the room to kind of block it off a little bit, and they put up signs saying that there's potentially triggering imagery, and that's honestly not that bad, but like forcing me to take down all my work, move it, and reinstall it after a couple days when I had the space reserved for 2 weeks just seemed like a really, really excessive reaction to the situation. Supposedly this all stemmed from 2 students complaining, and we've started a change.org petition to protest this decision, and we've already received, I checked like an hour ago, 170 plus signatures on it. So I just think they kind of freaked out and overreacted.